Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. And this is going to be the Supersport of the 90s Cup in Ride 4 career mode. Seen this one the other day and I actually don't remember where this one came from. I think it was from one of the previous DLC packs, but I seen a couple of races on there that I wanted to do. And of course Snetterton was included on that one, so I just had to jump on. We're on board the Yamaha YZF-R1 from the 1998 version, of course being Supersport from the 90s. And I gotta say, I've not been on Snetterton in a while. I haven't been on many British tracks in a while, and of course you know how much I love those British tracks. So I just could not resist to jump on the Yamaha, an absolutely fantastic bike. I do find since the beginning though, I think the update has affected the Yamahas the most. I found the Yamahas to be the most smoothest and most comfortable to ride, and now they're a little bit off. But I still very much enjoy them. I really do like the Yamahas, of course. Probably my favourite manufacturer of the biking industry. It's hard to pick a favourite, but I will probably say I do like the Yamaha probably the most. And speaking of Yamaha, tomorrow we should have the Yamaha R1 on the Nürburgring GP track. Planning to do that one for a while, so I finally had the opportunity to do so, as we get a big stutter, bit of lag spike underneath the Snetterton sign. It's funny, even when you're playing a single player game that happens, it's so annoying. As we go into bomb hole for the first and last time, because this is a time trial. Only needed to get the target time of a 1:59.4. And as you can see already, we're going to be smashing this one pretty comfortably. With ease as always. It's just never quite that difficult. So we now charge to the finish line as we have beaten another time trial event. Awesome stuff. So we are now here in the magnificent Donington GP, starting from 6th place in the grid, but we are going to roll it across to the side just a little bit and catch up the rest of the riders. I find it more interesting to start from the back of the grid than it would be to start from 6th place. So into turn 1, we're about 2.5 seconds behind. This is absolutely fine. We're going to take a wider line there to give them a bit more space, almost like a penalty line. The long lap penalty. I do like that. It'd be great if they include that into MotoGP 21, by the way. But we're not quite doing the MotoGP 21 wish list just yet. But that will come eventually as we go a little bit out of shape. And there's a crash already. Oh, someone's sliding across the grass. Oh, major burn on the legs for that one. So Jade Ramsey went down. I didn't happen to see who the other rider was who crashed. But that is the end of their British GP for now. As Chester Anderson is in our sight. I don't think we're going to be close enough. Are we going to be close enough for a lot? We are. Why not? Let's just go for it. I'm pretty confident on the brakes on the Yamaha R1. So why not? And then go around the outside. Our Francisco Santos. The Portuguese. Oh, someone... What the hell happened there? A bit of plumage on the left-hand side. Someone went on the grass. We can now close in onto another Portuguese rider as Isabel Braga has been demoted to 6th place. Alberto Pedroso. You are next in our sights, my friend, into the Melbourne hairpin for the very first time. Can we accelerate to go around the inside or potentially go around the outside as we go into Goddard's? Potentially could make it stick. We're going to try it. We're going to go around the outside. Is he going to pick us up? Oh! Pedroso picks us up in the corner of Goddard's. Good defence that from Pedroso, I'm going to be honest with you. Especially when you're going around the outside and in the nature of that style of corner. It is very easy to just give up and allow the would-be attacker to get through. But Pedroso did not. So shout out to the Brazilian for that one. Good stuff. But can we go around the outside here? We're feinting for it. We're tempting it. It's going to go. A little bit of a lunge. Oh, we've done him. Into the crane of curves. DrAce now moves up into 4th place. So the podium hunt is now on. As the man who leads this Grand Prix, the Dutchman, he is 3.5 seconds up the road. And that is Cohen Heitar. We'll continue to push forward, but 3.5 seconds in just 4 laps is going to be relatively difficult with the average man, so we'll see how we get on. But Isaac Burns, and I think that's Kirsten Melwitz, having a good old ding-dong for 2nd place. But it doesn't really matter because they're soon to be demoted and soon to be fighting for 3rd place. So I thought about a lunge there, but didn't quite have the momentum or the speed to get past Isaac Burns. Now into the rear of Isaac Burns, not close enough just yet of the other Brit. He's running a little bit wide, but we couldn't go for a move there. We could potentially go around the outside here, which will line us up for the inside line of Goddard's. I'm trying to run the little wider line that I usually do, running it a little bit too wide. Thankfully, Isaac Burn's not going to be close enough. But almost contact made there with Kirsten Malwit, forcing the German to pick it up. And in result of that, Kirsten also lost the position to Isaac Burns. So Isaac Burns now takes third place. So it's a British 2-3. But now we need to chase down Cohen Hightar and show him how well we do on the British track of Donington GP. It's going to be 3 laps now to absolutely slog it to chase down the man in first place, the man who's occupying my spot. Because you know I'm going to catch him eventually. It's just a matter of time as we absolutely thrash this Yamaha R1. Must say, I didn't make a single adjustment to this bike. I left it completely stock. Now I don't usually do that. I usually like to change the tyres, remove the mirrors and remove the other would-be stuff. But this time I decided to leave everything stock and just give it a good old bash. And I must say I really enjoyed it. It did feel different. It felt much different from the sense of handling and on the brakes. The brakes definitely felt different because the brakes weren't anywhere near as smooth and they weren't as strong. But when I made my comment earlier regarding the Yamahas and the update, I did not just refer to this bike being stock. I meant even the modified and heavily modified endurance race versions of the Yamahas. Well, this Yamaha one, even stock, handles like a dream. It's a little bit bulky here and there, but it still handles extremely well. I was very impressed with it, and I would definitely like to use this bike again. Of course, the Supersport of the 90s has another 3 or 4 tracks to do. It has at least 3 more events in this particular trophy group. So I expect to see more from the Supersport of the 90s. Still have to complete a lot of the other career modes that I've started and not finished. And of course, a lot of other time trials, endurance races, and the World Superbike League, so keep an eye out for more World Superbike League content as well. Of course, we had some absolutely magnificent races in the Superbike League so far, as we now go into the old hairpin. The gap is down to 1.6, a bit bumpy on the rumble strip, but it's quite alright. We're still thrashing it. Tyre degradation is down to 30% each, for both the front and the rear. So it's just a matter of time before the tyres decide to drop off a cliff. I think they pretty much almost are. And as you can see, they're already extremely warm. I don't think your average stock tyres would get this much of a hounding and a battering. But I guess those ones aren't usually being controlled by DrAce. As we now break in to the S's for the penultimate time, as we now flick it right for the second part of the S's. Fire it towards the rumble strip. You don't necessarily have to go on it, but get close enough to it if you can. And then brake as you see that first marker. Slowly bring it into the Melbourne hairpin. As it's now 5 PM here in Donington GP, 24 degrees air temperature. Pretty nice and warm for Donington. As we now close it into Goddard's. A little bit out of shape there, almost lost the front actually. But it's quite alright. We're still going to get some great speed as we try and chase down Cohen Hightar. As we set the fastest lap on the penultimate lap as well. If you're a Dutchman, you're going to be a bit afraid of me catching him. You know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. So we're really trying to hook it in towards those rumble strips again here for the left-hand side of Craner Curves. Brake early for turn 4. Get the acceleration that you need. Close enough to the rumble strip. Use as much of the track as you need to. Use all of it if you have to, but just don't go off the track. So Cohen. Oh, could it be a lunge here into McLean's? Oh, it's a risky move. It's made it stick. Bit aggressive, but it's fine. I would say that was just a matter of experience. I'm pretty good in that corner. Cohen didn't see it coming. Cohen, have my second place, would you? And I will take your first place. But Cohen is not giving up, actually. He's 5 tenths of a second down. As we go a bit, oh my goodness, a bit out of shape on the rumble strip. We're not going to get the best exit into turn 10. Sliding the rear. Oh my goodness. Hearts in mouths once again. A little bit too eager on this one. Is Cohen going to be close enough? He's 3 tenths back. Brake a little bit early just in case. He goes for a lunge and he's gone for a lunge. He's gone for a lunge and he's gone so wide. He's now back in Snetterton. Not sure what he's doing over there. That was an awful move from Cohen. But sometimes you just have to go for it. So we can nonchalantly pass now into Goddard's and accept another DrAce victory and another top step of the podium gift for DrAce. So that has been another very successful DrAce video, and the win streak continues, of course. If you haven't done it already, hit the notification bell, because that will keep you up to date on all the latest uploads I do. Of course, I upload every single day, so it would be a shame to miss that. And upon that note, guys, so thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Ciao for now.